Oh, so before we finish off the podcast,
Sure.
I have to talk about Kobe. Kobe, my gosh, it was. Why do you think it had such an effect on people around the world?
You know what? The first thing that came to mind is a saying that I learned a few years ago. And in my ignorance, I can tell you, I don't know if it's Aristotle or Socrates, but he said, character is destiny. And that is a powerful statement. That goes back to faith, and the kind of man or woman that any of us are or can be is rooted in character. And it's not something you can buy. It's nothing you can fake. And I think beyond his accolades and the great athlete that God made him to be, I think he had great character.
Yeah.
And I think that it was a wake-up call for all of us. And I think that's maybe why God uses people when he takes them young. Insofar as that they're meant to be a shining light, and that light won't fade. And even though there's great sadness in being taken, because we all loved him, I think the character is what stood out. And I think everybody's shocked because we're going to miss that guy who was such a shining light. And what a beautiful person, and what a great family man and great guy that he evolved into. And there's an interesting irony to this too, buddy, because I was here years ago. The now President Trump, he invited me to be a guest judge on Miss Teen USA. This is going back 25 years ago, probably, because Kobe was a rookie. And Kobe was also a guest judge that year. And so I met him in South Padre Island years ago, and the president hired us to both be a part of that. And it was a real honor. And I was just a kid, even though I was probably 10 years older than him. I was probably about 30, but I felt like I was still 20, and I was doing the dead zone, I believe. And, I had a chance to meet him then, and we were just kids. It was actually long before the dead zone, excuse me. But just an amazing guy. And again, it's also a lesson, too, that not only great character and great talent, but what he did with it, right? Because God gives us all talents.
Right.
And here's something my mother taught me. This is a beautiful saying. She said, Michael, your talents are God's gift to you, but what you do with them is your gift to God. So I think what he did with his life as a great athlete and a great philanthropist, working with kids and children, young children, setting up the basketball school for girls. I mean, how God evolved him and made him into something even greater than just the great athlete on the floor is incredible, both as a family man and as a man of character. So I think that we were all hit with that in the face, like, wow, we were so appreciative of this while he was here. But then when God takes someone, I think that's part of the lesson maybe, is that God's maybe reinstilling those things for us to look at.
It's an interesting take. I love that.